Good evening, dear friends, fellow seekers and travellers. Tonight I want to talk about the Holy Spirit, the spiritual force of consciousness, of awareness that enables us to understand our world, our natural world, as well as to understand the spiritual realm. Without that spiritual awareness and our inner eyes and inner ears and inner senses operating, we're only going to be able to comprehend the most superficial level of existence. Our ordinary senses, our eyes and ears, sense of taste and smell, and our ordinary ways of thinking will only reveal a certain aspect of reality. Our physics shows us that unless we use our imaginations, our ability to think in mathematical terms, to encapsulate the principles in terms of numerical concepts, in terms of symbols that allow us to capture the abstract aspects of reality, we're not going to know the way things really are. Our physics teaches us that things are very different to the way that they seem. So we need to be able to use what we already have to awaken our spiritual senses. And the New Age, the great contribution of the New Age in the last whenever, and New Age is actually a scriptural term, it comes from the Holy Manual. It's the age when there is an inner awareness of reality, where we don't need to be taught because we know from within how things are. And how things are includes the divine. And the divine aspect is something we can know from within, and can only know from within, because our natural senses aren't going to reveal it to us. But our inner senses will, and then we'll have a certainty, and we'll know that we know that we know. The spiritual side of things can be cultivated and it can be developed. There's many doorways that people have. There are meditational practices, there is nature, there is music, there is art, there is dance, there's mathematics and physics. Anything that penetrates below the surface of things, anything that awakens the imagination, the ability to dream, and the wish to dream, and that awakens our deep inner sense of there has to be more than this. There was a song, I can't remember the name of the song, but I remember the refrain, "Is this all there is?" And somebody probably knows what that song is, but is that all there is? If that's all there is, then let's keep dancing. Well, there's just so much more, and we can awaken to that. We have the ability, we have the inner senses, but we need to exercise them. If you want your body to be fit, you're going to have to exercise your body, and to do that you're going to have to discipline yourself. You're going to have to get up every day, you're going to have to go off and run even when you don't feel like it, or bicycle, or whatever it is that you'll go to the gym. Whatever it is, you're going to have to go through days when you don't feel like it, but if you keep on persevering, then something awakens in you, so that initially you might find it a bit of discipline is required and it might be difficult, but as time goes on you get to find delight in the activity, and then you start to really yearn for it. You realize that your life's not complete unless you're exercising. My form of exercise is to run on the beach. I love the beach, and I'm not a marathon runner, but I love to feel my body pick up speed. I love to feel the wind on my face and hear the roar of the ocean. And there are just days when something happens and you just seem to be light as air, and you just float and you feel like you could run forever. And it's a most beautiful feeling, and it's in the zone. And there are many days when you don't feel like running much, or your body feels extremely heavy, but when you're in the zone, it's worth it all, and it's for that you keep on developing your ability to run. And it's like that. And I heard somebody once say, I think it was Joyce Meyer, one of the teachers, first there's discipline, then there's desire, then there's delight. So the message tonight is we do have spiritual senses. We can awaken them if we're aware of them. We can start to read and think and hear and listen to inspiring teachers, read inspiring books. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter how you get there. We've all got the capacity to get there. And we've all got the capacity to be reminded that we're not just, as I think Carolyn May say, medical intuitive who could see into the source of illness and the psychological source of illness. She said that there are two kinds or species of being. We've got the five sensory being, eyes, ears, taste, touch, whatever you can't see, and touch and taste doesn't exist. Or we've got the what she called Homo noeticus, the multi-sensory being. Again, a Hindu concept where we've got inner and outer senses. And we can awaken them. We can awaken them through many different means. And so I want to let you know, don't accept the limitations of yourself as just an ordinary person. There is no ordinary person on the planet. We're all extraordinary beings. We're all spirits in a human body, waking up to who we really are. And I wish you a good night, and I wish you sweet dreaming, and I wish you fruitful journeys to awaken your spiritual self. Good night, dear one.